Okay, so this is part 2 of continuing to classify all of these numbers. So next I want to talk about all of these fractions. So if you notice, there is a difference between this fraction, and this fraction. And the big difference is if I look, my top number or my numerator is larger than my denominator on both of these fractions. So they love to give you fractions like this essentially to confuse you. Since my numerator is bigger than my denominator, that tells me that I can probably divide that out. So if I divide 10 divided by, it's supposed to be a line, 2, I get 5. Okay, so what that's telling me is that 10 divided by 2, 10 over 2, because that's all a fraction is it's just division, is actually 5, which is a whole number. So they like to confuse you with that, okay? And so you need to check all of your fractions to make sure, is this a whole number, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and move 10 over 2 into my whole numbers. It looks like a fraction, but it's to trick you. It's really just 5, okay? Then if I look at 2/3, 2 divided by 3 is not going to be a whole number. So I know that that one is, in fact, a rational number. So I can go ahead and move that because if you notice, my numerator or my top number is smaller than my denominator. Therefore, it's not going to be a whole number, okay? And then this last one here, -4 divided by 2. So my top number is, in fact, bigger than my bottom one. And if I write that out, -4 divided by 2. Okay, if y'all remember, a negative divided by a positive is a negative. So that's actually -2. That's a negative line, sorry. Okay, so that's -2. So -4 over 2 is -2. Therefore, it's not it is a rational number, but it can fit into a smaller subset, which is your integers. Okay, so I can drag this into my integers because essentially it's just -2. And again, that's one that they would give you to try and trick you to see if you really understand what a fraction is and that it means division. Okay, so the important key takeaways is your whole numbers is anything you count with, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that goes in there. What gets classified into just the integer subset will be your negative whole numbers. So -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, and so on. And then your rational numbers is essentially everything else. So your fractions, 1/2, 2/3, and then your decimals. So 0.4, 0.5, -7.1, any of those. And then your percentages that aren't whole numbers. So 40% is 0.4. So it would go in the rational numbers section. Okay. So your assignments for today that you guys need to complete is you need to log on to iExcel and you need to complete skills A11 and H5. They're both over classifying rational numbers and they're both 7th grade skills. Y'all need to receive an 80 or higher to have this completed because an 80 is mastery, which should have been the same as when y'all did iExcel in 6th grade, okay? And then your exit ticket will look like this. So this is your exit ticket, and just like I did, you just need to take these and you need to drag and drop them into their correct subset. So 0, is it a whole number, an integer, a rational number? 30, is it a whole number, integer, or rational number? So you'll just take whatever it is and you'll drag and drop it into the correct thing and then submit it on Canvas. Okay? If you have any questions, feel free to join the Zoom meeting.